Welcome, 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 everybody. My name is Ryan, and we are playing Vintage Story today. We are back over on Twitch, live streaming, but right now I'm just talking to anybody on YouTube watching the VOD after the fact. Thank you for tuning in, and if you need to, I've got a link to the playlist for my season here down in the description, so you can get all caught up with it. But before we get started here today, guys, real quick, I just want to give a personal shout out to my Patreons. I know you guys just saw the thank you page there coming up on stream, but we've had a few new ones, so like I said, I want to name them all and just give a big personal shout out. So thank you to Mr. PZ Jones, Spud, Peter D, Anchor, Ian, Roasted Pot, Magpie, Wen, Crypto Coning, Katrina, Monty, Lord Enix, Chaz, Accession, Monster VT, Chip, Liberal Hands, Hubertus, Amarilius, Matza, the guy from Saturn, and the Benevolent Devil. So there we go, guys. Again, thank you, everybody. Hey, Crow Fighters here. What's up, peers? Hello, hello, people. Thank you guys for stopping by the stream. You are very, very early. Hey, Matza just subscribed with Prime. Thank you for becoming the first Prime sub I've had, I think. Very cool. Thank you, thank you. Welcome, everybody. Got a few people in here, so we're getting started today, but I've got a lot in store. We've got a very specific mission to get to in today's live stream. So we have, of course, if you've been following along with the series, you know that we just completed the Resonance Archives, which means we now have access to the elk mount, but we got to go pick it up. Hey, what's up? Good morning, Matza. How's it hanging? It's going great, my friend. I just gave a big shout out to all the patrons. Matza93 is my newest one, so welcome to chat. Thank you, my friend. We had a great conversation on Discord, too. Really, really fun chatting with you this morning. Thank you. But, yeah, like I said, so our mount, well, the Treasure Hunter Trader, believe it or not, the only one I think I found in this world so far, is up near a translocator output. But I don't think we can take the elk through the translocator. What we can do, though, is use the sailboat to go pick it up. So that's what we're going to do today. They heard the elk mount. Oh, and hey, here we come. Yeah, we're home. Yep. So always fun to chat. Yeah, now if you guys are tuning in for the series, there's an episode coming out tonight. So you might see a little bit of spoilers if you're here with me live and stuff. But again, if you're watching this on YouTube right now, this is going to be slotted into the playlist just in order of the regular series. So you won't see any spoilers. But anybody tuning in live, you might see a few things here that are different. Oh, and speaking of different, I have been working on the dragons here. But just trying to get these guys looking better. I'm still not totally satisfied with the whiskers here, but it is better than they were. It's just I've got some other chiseling projects too, which maybe we'll talk about later, but I don't want to spoil too much for that. But anyway, like I said, I've actually got a whole list of stuff here to get to before we go jump in the sailboat and pick up the mount. So I need a snaffle bit and several other things, but I think the snaffle bit and the saddle are like literally required to pick it up. So yeah, let's get started right away. I got a little honey here, but that's not important. So we'll put that away later. Let's see here. The chiseling is a fun mini game, but too easy to forget time with. That's so true, Mats. I love it. It really brings the artist out. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, like I said, I've got a real big project in the works planned, but maybe as soon as the sun comes up a little bit, we'll walk over there. I'll show you what I'm thinking about doing, but okay, so we're going to need a bunch of leather, and I really hope I have enough, because if not, this could be all for naught, because it's going to take a while to get leather. Go, hey, the guy from Saturn's here. What's up, buddy? The elk time. Yes, we can put it in the boat. I was actually, just before stream, I was reading the wiki about the sailboat and the mount itself. So we are going to have to get a fence post, and we have to leave 2 spaces on the boat empty, including the fence post. I think we'll play around with it to figure it out together. But yeah, it's definitely doable. And you can actually carry, I think, up to 4 mounts in a boat if you position it properly with just fence posts. You don't have any storage in your boat. But yeah, so we're going to have to sail up here. Now, I don't technically know if it's going to be connected via the ocean here. It looks like it probably will be. but we might find a big continent between us and we'll have to get out and walk. But either way, we're going to get it. We're going to get it. Oh, yes. Thank you, Piers. We're also going to need 100 gears. I did mark that down, but let's go ahead and grab those. All right, so I've got 83, but don't worry, Piers, because although you are technically correct, the first time you beat the Resonance Archives, you can take the head, which is this here of the boss, and they'll give you a discount to 50 gears. Now, I think you can only do that once, even though you can buy multiple mounts. I think the first time you get a discount, but after that, it costs you like the full amount. That's just what the wiki says, at least. So if things change, just go by whatever your experience is. You want elk milk now? That's hilarious. Oh, boy. I've actually got quite a bit of cheese. Let's pop down to the basement real quick. It's always fun coming down here. And I've actually expanded a little bit down here. Let's get some light on the subject. I've been doing a ton of juicing. Yeah, you can see we've got wine now being prepared. I'm even starting to turn some of the wine into vinegar. But yeah, tons and tons. I'm also working on some mead. Let's squeeze this honey real quick. Get this done. We got a few chores to do, a little bit of crafting, but we are definitely going to be setting sail today, guys, and getting that mount. I cannot wait. All right, there we go. And look at this cheese I've been working on too. Obviously, I'm working with 3 different milk producers. We've got 2 kinds of goats and a sheep. But yeah, it's been pretty good. And I'm really making it now just for pies. If we're going to whip up some pies for traveling, I think cheese is a really good way of getting your dairy in there. All right, enough talking down in the cell. Oh, I forgot to show you this. Yeah, so I'm kind of expanding through here. And it's really just going to be for barrel storage for preserving meats or whatever we need barrels for, basically. But all right, there's a tour of the basement. We're done with that. Let's go upstairs and craft. I've got a nasty old spoiled meat pie here. All right, so let's see. First things first, I've got a list. I literally wrote it out. It's got like a dozen things on it. Most of them are optional, but 2 things we definitely need are the saddle. So let's whip that up. Ooh, this is going to take a lot of leather. I hope I came prepared. I've got the nails and strips made up. So boom, there we go. We got our saddle. Now let's see. Oh, I have a head medallion too. This is an optional thing. Oh, please tell me I can find it. There it is. Yeah, the elk medallion. So place on the brow of a tamed elk to claim ownership. This will show its position on the map if we place this on there. So that'll be cool. Now, real quick too, while I'm thinking about it, let's see if we can make up another little accessory here. It's not necessary. There it is. The bone flute allows you to call mounts to you that you have claimed ownership over with the medallion, and use the medallion to claim ownership on the elk. So we can literally call it. Yeah, if it wanders too far, I guess, or something. But there we go. So we've marked a few more things off the list. You need lime to make the leather. To make the saddle, to ride the elk, you need to find lime. Awesome. Actually, I've been using borax to make my leather. I found a pretty decent couple of borax strikes. So that's what I've been using, powdered borax to make leather. But I've got a stack or so, about a stack and a half. Again, I hope it's enough. Let's get to the next part, which is the next critical part, which is, where is it? I don't even know what it looks like. Here we go. We want the bridle. Now, there's 2 different kinds here. From what I've read on the wiki, the snaffle bit allows us to use the WAS keys to control the mount, whereas the curve bit, even though it doesn't say this in the description, this is what the wiki says, it will allow you to, it's more like a hands-off control. You can just push the forward button and the mount will just ride forward. You don't have to hold the button down. So I think this one is intended more for combat when you're fighting on the elk. But we're going to go with the snaffle bit. Now, if we have, 2 nails and strips? If we have enough leather and stuff, we might make both just to see, actually test the differences for ourselves. But, oh yeah, Saturn, I did get the glider schematic, buddy. And you know what? I forgot to test it. Maybe we should do that today too. Yeah, because I teased that in the episode that's coming out tonight. Actually, I teased it in the very beginning. We built it in the beginning of the episode, so make sure you tune in for that tonight, guys. But then I forgot to test it. I put it in the chest and just got distracted doing other stuff. But it's still an exciting episode, I hope. All right, anyway, so we've got the 2 critical things. Let's look at saddlebags. Okay, what is this? Wow. That is a pretty leather-heavy recipe. Let's check out a couple other things real quick. Okay, so yeah, you guys want to go try the glider? I think I know of a perfect spot to try it from. We can climb up to the top where we've got our little panning place. Well, it doesn't look like there's too much else that's going to require leather, so I hope I don't handicap myself here by using up too much of this stuff. What? Oh, saddlebags. Let's do it. Like I said, I'd like to get, one of everything, even at the optional stuff for this elk. So with that being in mind, once we get them outfitted with the gear like that, we can also put, where is it? A hay bed. We can use a hay bed to mount it onto the elk. Let's see, what else? A lantern. Oh, and a rope, too. Yeah, we're going to probably grab... Let's just whip up a couple ropes. We'll take a stack of ropes with us. That's fine. Because I'm not sure. The wiki says, like, you can attach a rope and lead animals, but it will say that it will break. And I'm not sure if that actually means that the rope breaks, or if it's just like you lose the attachment to the animal, or does it also destroy the rope? So I'm not sure. We'll just take extras. But Pierce said you should make a glider tower later on. Oh, that's a good idea. I like that idea. Glider tower. Heck yeah. All right, let me go down my list. I am going to need a lantern because we're going to give our boy, the elk, a permanent lantern. We'll just grab this one, I guess. It does not have lining in it, but I'll worry about that later. Hey, Wiggity Owned, what's going on, my friend? Thanks for coming by the stream today. Hello, hello. We are just getting started, and we're going to pick up the elk, just like the title of the stream says, buddy. So get strapped in. We're just getting prepared. I've got a list made of a bunch of stuff I want to bring. Of course, we got to have the gears to pay for it. But, oh, you know what else? How about... elk time, baby. We need a cooking pot. That's something I can attach later, but you know what? Screw it. We'll just take one of these. I thought I had an extra one. Oh, you know what? I do have an extra one. It's that soiled one. There it is. Yeah, no, we don't want that one. Well, I'll just make another one later. Let's go. Hey there to Dr. NA, to DRNA. Hello. Welcome to the stream. You're a first-time chatter, I see. Good to see you. Good to see you. Oh, also Wiggity Owned is a subscriber. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate you guys out there. Saturn says, actually, you should slowly pepper the landscape with the glider towers. They should look like those wooden towers that foresters use to watch. You know what I could do? I like that idea, actually. And to kind of make them less of an eyesore, we can kind of do something like what I've done with the bee tree. We could make like a false tree using like stripped bark or maybe even just regular bark. Then right at the edge, we can put dirt and plant trees like I did up here. And then once they sprout, you just remove the dirt and put more, logs or whatever. And bada boom, there we go. That could be an awesome kind of glider tower. And we could have little platforms like this. Yeah, I think we just found a better use for the bee tree than bees. 2D says, yeah, but I comment on YouTube. Oh, right on. Well, thank you, my friend. Oh, I think I know. I recognize your handle now, for sure. Thank you for your comments. It always helps with engagement and stuff. I appreciate you guys out there who tune into the series. It means a lot to me, for sure. Oh, you know what we definitely need? Almost forgot. We got to have a fence post, which I might have used them all recently. Yeah, let's whip up a quick. We'll use a walnut board. How about that? I can't remember. We'll take a small stack of fences just in case. 8, that's good enough. All right, so we'll put that back. Bam. Let me go down my list here. Lantern, straw bed. Oh, what about a saddle blanket? That's another optional thing, but I mean, I want to get it all. I want this elk to be like fully kitted out. How do we make this? Give me just like a plain linen saddle blanket. Oh, okay. That's cool. I'll have to find like a fancy version at some point. Yeah, we'll do that later. I'm not going to waste linen on a plain one. Maybe I can like trade it or something. Did I finish the residence? What do you mean, my friend? I'm not sure. Which residence? Do you mean the house itself? The house is pretty done. We've got... Oh, I'm sorry. You're talking the Resonance Archives. Is that what you're referring to? Yes, I did. I did finish the Resonance Archives, if that's what you mean. In fact, that's what's going to allow us, spoilers here in case you're unaware, yeah, once we finish the Resonance Archives, that's what allows us to go pick up the mount, which is what we're going to be doing today for sure. So yeah, a little bit of a spoiler there, but now that we've got and I've already went and talked to him, I needed, obviously, the saddle and the bridle before he would give it to me. All right, so I think we might be prepared. Like I said, we'll do something with the saddle blanket later. I've got the boss's head, gears. Now I just need some food. Let's go downstairs. We'll grab a couple of pies. I've already got cooked up here. Let's go, people. Thanks for coming by the stream, everybody. Really appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. Good to see y'all. All right, let's see. What do we take? I've got a couple of pies whipped up here. 15 days and 4. Let's just grab both of these. This is going to be kind of a two-part excursion. Well, not a two-part, but a multi-purpose excursion, I should say. Oh, you have to go. All right, 2D, thanks for coming by, my friend. Appreciate you, buddy. Hopefully catch you late. I'll put this stream up on YouTube afterwards, too, so you'll be able to catch it. I'm just going to cut these up ahead of time. All right. Is there any benefit to keeping the pies, like, whole versus... You got an elk name picked out. I mean, what's up, Win? Welcome, Cursed Whist. You guys are so nice. What's the name there, Cursed? What are you thinking about, buddy? All right. Let's go ahead. I feel like I'm gonna forget something. I always do. Always do. Wait, I got an idea too. What does the treasure hunter trade? I know they take bread, right? I actually have a stack of bread. Let's bring that just in case for trading purposes. I'll eat the pies. Oh, I don't wait. God no. Oh, you were asking me. I'm sorry, I didn't see the question mark there, Gwen. Yeah, that helps to read the punctuation, doesn't it? No, I haven't. I didn't even think about a name. I'm not sure, my friend. What do you guys suggest? Anybody got a good name picked out? Okay, so before we head out, I've talked a little bit more about doing a big chiseling project, and so a little bit of a spoiler here. Here's my idea. I worked on expanding the pathway, so it now goes through the underside of our windmill here. The first bit of chiseling I'm going to do is on top of this. I have to add the blocks. We're going to use some granite and probably some slate, and I'm going to chisel a big spider that's going to kind of straddle this with its legs, so it's going to be kind of appearing to sit on top of this archway here. Now, the reason I'm choosing a spider, something kind of gross and yucky, is because if we come down here, I was thinking about this, and I knew that we have a bunch of these little hidden valleys here inside the larger valley. There are these little places that you can go where it's tucked in between the mountains. So, and this isn't finished. Obviously, I have to extend this. But if we come just over here, yeah, look at this. So there's this little box canyon, so to speak. We've got some exposed stone up here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this into like a spooky, like a little Halloween type spooky area. So we're going to have like, and really what made me think about it is somebody suggested carving a gargoyle on top of my house. And I was thinking about that. I was like, well, on top of the house, it would kind of clash maybe with, I don't really want it like a big, dark, scary gargoyle on the house, but I was like, I still want to try it. So maybe we'll dedicate like this whole area to spooky, scary stuff, you know, and it's going to be kind of out of the way. You know, you don't have to go to it if you don't want. But either way, like I said, just a little bit of a spoiler, give you guys an idea of what we've got coming up here in terms of chiseling. And one day I might even expand that path out that way. Who knows? We'll see. Anyway, let's go. Here we go, people. King's name. Oh, that's not a bad idea. You know, my name, Ryan, actually, I don't know what it might be Latin, but it translates to little king. So maybe we can find out whatever language that's actually from. We can find out what big king is. We'll call the elk that. Oh my gosh, can you believe it's already August in the game? I've been playing for quite a bit. I love just spending time in the world, just doing like chores around the house and stuff, working on the cellar. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, another spoiler here, guys. So this is the elk's barn. So once we get the elk, I built this, another thing I did kind of in between recordings here. I just whipped up this little structure here. I went with the 3 high doors. And I haven't tested it, so I don't even know if I can actually get the elk in here, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Do you think Rex means king? So big king would be something like Rex. Yeah, for sure. In fact, you're right about that. I think Rex is Latin for king, so. Oh. Got a little wolf cub out there. Oh, where's your mom at, huh? The orchard trees are coming up nicely. Still got a couple that haven't quite come in yet, but yeah, you can see I'm trying to line this whole walkway with trees now. I think it'll look really nice once they all come in and start to fully grow. Oh no, where's the sailboat? Okay, it's here. It's just not visible. I can tell because the raft should be here and there should be rollers here too. Well, where are you? Please show up. Well, we got a couple of B-skeps here. Yeah, you can see it right there. See the tooltip? It says sailboat under construction. Yeah, there it is. You can actually see the tooltip. Says it's there, but... Well, what the hell? Oh, okay, there we go. Wait, no. Ah, here it is. All right, so we've got to remove some stuff here. First of all, I'm going to keep... one chest here. Might as well. Actually, I guess it doesn't really matter. I could just keep all that stuff on me. Okay, let's do. All right, so we're going to remove most of these storage chests, I think. And I'll just put them in here. Now it's not showing that I'm removing the chests. Okay, so maybe there it goes. I was going to say. And I think, okay, we've got one fence post in there. There we go. Let's do it. Let's see if this is going to work, people. You love the boat? I do too. It's a fun thing that they added. Okay, let's go to full zoom. Okay, I've got my list here, and it's all checked off. The only thing we didn't bring was the saddle blanket. Yep, we're good. We got the head of the boss. Let's do this. Whew. Oh, you can buy saddle blankets from Traders, Pierce. You know what, Pierce? It's a great suggestion, because I've got a bunch of cloth traders near, or clothing traders near me. I bet you some of those will have it. All right. Each boat configured for a specific type of trip. Yeah, it's so cool and versatile. You know what else I was reading on the wiki is that there's actually a slot for a masthead. Like and I don't think it's actually enabled. Like you will eventually, I think, be able to chisel out your own masthead and attach it to the front. Like you're gonna have a cool ass, Viking dragon or something coming off the front. There's also, what do they call them? There's climbing ropes you can put in so you can climb to the top. Yeah. I can't remember they're called. They have a weird name. It's not monkey ropes, but it's something kind of like that. What the hell is it hailing right now? Got a serious rainstorm going on, guys. Hope it's not too loud. Let me know if the sound needs adjusting at all or anything. I'm used to it being nice and calm out here in the ocean. That's one thing we need, because we got like these pretty intense weather storms and stuff on land. They need to do something like for the ocean too. Have big waves coming and stuff. That'd be awesome. Imagine what VS Train will look like when rail gets implemented. It will for sure not be Minecraft. Yeah, no kidding. This game is just, I love this game so much. Yeah, I remember listening to that interview too between Tyron and Oscilloscape, which I've talked about before on the channel. It's a really good interview. I highly recommend any vintage story players go and listen to that. But it's like an hour long, and they just talk about the game and stuff. And he says that, Tyron said specifically in that, he wants to add minecarts like you're talking about, and rail system. And you're right, it probably will be better and, different and very much better than Minecraft, I would guess. All right, you know what? Let's take a quick sec. God, it is kind of far, isn't it? Well, we're in for a trip, people. We're going to pin this boy. There we go. Let's do it. We're going to get to see some new areas of the map. The rain sounds good. I do love rain sound. Yeah, I'm with you there. I hope we can chisel Thomas the tank engine face on our steam engines. That would be kind of creepy. Anthropomorphic train engine. Yeah, Thomas has always kind of creeped me out a little bit. Any face that's that big is just a little bit off. It's weird. It's disturbing. But, no, I mean, don't let me stop you. I'm going to chisel a big old spider, so, that says it all, right? That's cursed. I love it. Thomas the train engine is cursed. But what's funny is, like, if you look at a lot of, like, kid stuff as an adult, you realize, wow, that was kind of twisted and kind of cursed. Especially if you go far enough back. I mean, hell, if you look at the, what are they called? The German fairy tales? Oh, crap. The Tales Grimm. The Brothers Grimm. Oh, man, those were some dark stories. I think they were supposed to be as, instructive as much as they were entertaining, too. Like, we're going to scare the crap out of these kids so they'll never go into the forest alone. Because that was a good lesson. Oh, what do we got here? Yeah, I need to be paying attention because, like I said, we're starting to go into some unknown parts of the map. So we're going to be looking for limestone and a lot of other stuff. Okudja Red Crim was super dark. It was. And even if you don't even have to go that far back. Like if you just look at cartoons and stuff from my childhood, the 90s, very different. We actually were talking a little bit about it, not necessarily kid stuff, but like on Discord, we were talking about some of the older science fiction authors, like Heinlein. I hate to say Robert Heinlein, author of Scanner Darkly and a couple others that are real famous. If you go back and read some of his novels from like the 60s, there's a lot of misogyny in those. It's kind of hard to read that, but it's just how it is. Oftentimes, it's hard to go back in time and find a person who is like perfectly in line with our own, sense of morals and political values in this day and age. All right, let's see. Yeah, we got a bit of a ways, people. Ooh, we're going out into the open ocean. It always makes me nervous. I know there's like no chance of even dying here, but it makes me nervous here. Ren and Stimpy. Oh my God, that's a great example, Wiggity. Ren and Stimpy was brutal. The stories of St. Nicholas are kind of horrifying. I didn't know that. I might have to look that up. Is that the old, again, that's German, right? Or from that region, St. Nicholas originally came, I think, right? One story tells of how during a terrible famine, malicious butcher lured 3 children into his house when he killed them, placing their remains. Oh, my God. Scanner Darkly is in the Heinlein. I'm sorry, when? Who am I thinking of? Scanner Darkly. It's not? Who is that? I think Heinlein was, I could be mixing him up here, but wasn't he also, Do Robots Dream of Electric Sheep? Blade Runner? That was Heinlein, right? Or I'm mixing up two authors here, probably. Heinlein is Starship Troopers. That's it. Okay, we got some interesting landforms. Oh, God, please tell me this isn't like a big continent. Okay, let's turn southward a little bit here. Nicholas visiting the region to care for hungry saw through. Yeah, Starship Troopers, that's one of those rare instances, in my opinion, where the movie is better than the book. Gibson. Wait, William Gibson, if you remember correctly. For what? For Scanner Darkly? Oh, you better double check that. I think it is Heinlein. Let's see. We're going to go talk to this trader here. We haven't ever visited this guy. Now, I'm wondering if I find like a closer treasure hunter trader, hopefully we can just get it from him. I don't know. Stranger in a Strange. That's Heinlein. That's Stranger in a Strange Land is 100% Heinlein. I'm like 99% sure of that. All right, let's jump out. Eat a piece of pie. Delicious. Let's talk to this guy. Hopefully he's not some psycho who wears the faces of other NPCs. Where are you at, buddy? Where's he at? Wait, what? There's nobody in here. It's a deserted one. What? Have you guys ever seen this before? It's very small. Normally they have like a little cart by the ruins. Bro, I didn't know they could get out and walk around. Or wait, is he not registering like the sailboat didn't at first? Philip K. Dick, that's who I'm thinking of. Yep. I'm sorry, I was confusing the two of them. I don't know. I'm right clicking everywhere in here, but I don't see him. Well, that's bizarre. Maybe he got eaten by a bear. Oh no, I think I did just see him. No, that was a fox. You did see an empty wagon spawn before? Yeah, there's foxes around here. I think that might be what we saw. Weird. Well, let's get back in and keep moving. The haunted NPC house creeping me out, right? Let's get out of here. Bill Beto says he'll spawn back in at some point. I think it just happens occasionally. Oh, okay. The trader's outfoxing you. Oh, that jerk. It was a pretty small little trading station, though, wasn't it? Okay, wait a second. Should be able to just get through. Hold on. Yeah, let's not go all the way around that island. We should be able to sneak our way through up here through some of these little ones. Let's try this. You have found abandoned traders before? Okay, interesting. Maybe I should mark it so we can come back to it, but it's not that important. It's a small one, though. It is exceptionally small. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can squeeze through. Out of curiosity, has anybody ever built a canal in order to, like, get their sailboat across, like, narrow bridges of land? I'm just curious. The reason I ask is because I'm wondering, like, how deep do I need to make a canal for it to float through? It's something I've toyed with the idea of doing in a couple places, but I don't know just how much digging it would take. Canals are a lot of work. Yeah, I figured I'd probably need to get buckets of water and dig, I don't know, 2 deep maybe? Is 2 deep? Okay, I was just navigating 1 deep. Okay, so 1 deep is good. He's out for lunch. Better be a good lunch because he missed his only customer in the whole freaking world. All right, so we need to zip around the southern part of this island and head north, hopefully. Let's see. Any fruit trees out here? Oh, you know what else, guys? I want to ask your opinion on. I really need to get my hands on some sort of nut, whether it's sunflower seeds or peanuts or whatever, because I think that's what I need to make those fruit bars. You have to have some sort of nut, I think. Maybe that's optional, but I'd like to get some. So I'm just wondering, is that a thing? Like, do I need to travel fairly far south to find, like, that kind of crap? Sunflowers and peanut plants or whatever? Because I've never found this. Aren't too far south? Okay. Because I've never come across any of those before. Peanuts are a long way south. That's kind of what I figured. All the good stuff is to the south, you know. You have dug pretty deep once. One deep would be best because you might be able to get the water surface flat. Yeah, we don't need to worry about it right now, but I have, like I said, I have gotten to places specifically. Oh, crap. Yeah, well, maybe we do need to dig a channel. We're going to have to backtrack. Well, we knew it could happen. We knew it could happen. Like, I said at the beginning of the stream, there's no guarantee that we can actually get to this location via the sailboat, but we're going to make our best effort. And obviously, if we have to, we'll just park it and run part of the way, just like we did with the Resonance Archives. You just navigated one deep, so I would say one deep is pretty deep enough. Okay, cool. No, you can't pick the sailboat up. You can deconstruct it, but you only get half. You only get half the resources back. But no, you can't pick it up. Not like the raft. I've never tried, but that's specifically what the wiki says. Yeah, I was reading a bunch about it right before. We should keep our eyes out for more traders, though. Okay, so that's the abandoned trader. Yeah. Like Odin. Hey, Odin's favorite animal, or the animal for Odin is the crow. Maybe without crates. I thought I saw a video from Days carrying this beast. Could have been creative mode too. You know, when you go into creative and you spawn things, it looks like you're carrying that item. Could be that, but I'm not sure. I'm just going, like I said, off the wiki. I haven't tried it. Yeah, it could have been early beta too. Maybe they took that out eventually. Because the wiki does explicitly say that. It mentions that specifically, that you can't pick it up. But that if you have a saw, so if you hold a saw in your right hand and just hold down the right mouse button towards the boat. Oh, crap. Yeah, we'll make it like a working, like a sawing sound, and then you'll deconstruct the boat. But you only get half the resources back, so I don't really know why you would do that. All right. We are on a mission to get the elk mount, people. And I've got everything we need, including all the optional stuff, except for a saddle blanket. We're going to have to find some cool-looking saddle blanket somewhere else, you know. I think you should be able to portage. Now, what is portage exactly? I think I remember that term from the old Oregon Trail game I used to play when I was like 4. Oh, speaking of like throwbacks from your childhood that are extremely vicious and brutal, that old Oregon Trail game, so brutal, man. Your people would die from dysentery left and right. Pooping themselves to death. That's the worst way to die, people. Okay, you carry the canoe on your shoulders. It's French for... Oh, okay. I don't know if the sailboat would be small enough to fit on a person's shoulders. Maybe Goliath. Goliath could do it. It's French for carrying. Okay. Portage. Let's use our little zoom button here. Looking for fruit trees. Looking for fruit trees. No fruit trees. Alright. Also looking for limestone, but I expect we can probably see the limestone on the map. Alright, so we're heading north, and we're praying that this is going to give us an ocean route. At least a little bit farther. Alright, let's see. Thanks for coming by the stream, everybody. Been going for about 40 minutes. Might go a little bit longer than our normal 2 hours today. We'll just see. We'll see if my voice holds up. All right. Got an episode coming out tonight, which is going to be a lot of fun. Let's see here. Okay. Has it really been 40 minutes? It has, yeah, since I started. And Piers, you got here right at the beginning of the stream, too. So, yep, it's been about that amount of time. Is that another trader right there? I think it is. Let's go. They look like little bugs. What is it, Saturn? What do you see, my friend? Let's go. Hell yeah. Vintage Story will let us make bear hoodies. Really? Oh, if I could spell it right, that would help. Black bear, bearded tooth, old man's beard. Wait. Oh, that's the pelt. Wait, no, you can mount the heads? Place your pelts on the wall to liven up a room? That's a primitive survival mod. What? I don't see it. It's in the dev log on the server. Oh. Interesting. Old Saturn's doing some data mining. Alright, let's get over here. This is some interesting land generation here. This is what I would literally call rolling hills, right? Yeah. I think the next world, that my next season or whatever, I'm going to use some world generation mods. Kind of flatten things out a little bit. Yeah, we'll see. New image with hoodies in the base game. That's awesome. I'm trying to locate the portage video. I'm not crazy, I swear. I believe you. This looks pretty. I know. I love this game for so many reasons, but the visual is so much better, too. You know, I go now and occasionally I'll catch, like, Terra Firma Craft live streams on YouTube these days, and it just looks so childish to me. You know what I compare it to in my mind is, like, Terra Firma Craft in Minecraft is like playing in a Lego world, whereas Vintage Story is more like the real world. You know what I'm saying? Even just in terms of its look. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Look at where this trader's set up over here. This is actually kind of cool. Look at this. There's like this natural amphitheater over here. Whoa. You know what? I'm going to be extra safe here, and we'll mark our boat. Right there. All right, let's see. Yeah, look at that. He set himself up right under like the... Oh, it's actually, there's like a hole that goes through it. Wow, good choice, buddy. The only thing that would make this better if there was some gold up in that there quartz. No? Okay. Hello? Please be home and please be a treasure hunter. Luxuries merchant. You jerk. Oh, these are the ones who want to buy gold ingots for 4 gears. Yeah, go to hell. Oh, I have these. I have this necklace. Wait, I actually think I have that on me. No, I have the bronze gem necklace. You know what's funny is I actually think I have 2 of these paintings. I could have sold that. The bear hoodies are in the Discord server if you want to check. Okay, thank you, Pierce. I found the failed portage gif. Yeah, you'll have to share that with me. Alright, let's get out of here. Sun's going down. Wait. Let's mark him. Luxury. Good. Save. Any others we see, like, on there? I don't really see any. Alright, let's get moving. Sun's going down. We're losing light here, people. Where's the sailboat? Okay. Here we go. You feel vindicated? That's good, my friend. That is very important. Let's see. Whoa. Thing good down there? Probably not. Probably some stupid copper. I have no need for copper. I don't know if I can switch seats while I'm in there. Ooh. It's gonna work? There we go. Alright. back out to third person. Let's pull out our little rancid pie. It's probably partially spoiled. No, it's not. Okay. Let's move. We're moving, people. Delete. Let's go. Of all the things I lost, I miss my mind the most. Who's that a quote from? George W. Bush? Oh, getting political. Uh-oh, watch out, people. All right, what do we got? What do we got over here? Is that a giant limestone outcropping right there? No, of course not. It looks like granite to me. Gosh darn it. Oh. Got a bunch of waterfalls over there. Does nothing. I don't know, someone had a quote on the door of our grad student offices. People just put quotes around stuff and don't attribute it. It makes it look more official, more believable if it's got quotes around it, you know. It's just how it is. Okay, it's starting to get dark out here. I'm going to be very careful not to manually move basically anything while I'm in the sailboat. I've lost lanterns doing that before, but we will go ahead, I guess, try and say... Wait, why am I turning this way? Yeah, we'll try and sail through the night, which can be a little bit difficult, but if we're going through mostly deep ocean, then it does not matter. You know, if we're kind of hugging the coast looking for traders, then it could make a difference. Actually, it would be easy to see them at night, wouldn't it? Yeah, because they have lights on. There's a trader right there. I searched it up and the quote was from Mark Twain. Oh, that sounds like him. There you go. What's the pink X on the map? The pink X is the next story point after the Resonance Archives. It's called the Lazarette, and I haven't been there yet, but this is opened up by the treasure hunter trader. After you beat the Resonance Archives, this is where he sends you next. And again, I haven't done it yet. We're going to do that together during a probably an edited video, an edited episode or whatever. But yeah, ooh, look at this ruined structure out here in the middle of this bay area. That's pretty darn extensive. Yeah, well, we'll come back for that another time. Should we go to this guy? I mean, I really want to. He's pretty deep in this forest, though. This does not look like very hospitable terrain. Okay, just caught it with my eye and thought it was missed something. No, I appreciate you asking. No worries, no worries. Yeah, and in fact, you will see me open that up or get that, have that discussion with the trader in tonight's episode. So, yeah, once again, anybody here tuning in live, you're getting a little bit of spoiler action here. But if you tune in for tonight's episode, you'll be totally caught up with everything. Now, what is this? This better not be granite. Yeah, I know, Pierce. It could be a treasure hunter trader. Dang it. Why'd you have to say that? It's such a dense forest, though. I don't even want to mess with it. But we'll go. You're right. I could cut down the trip time by like half, basically, if this is a treasure hunter trader, so. Okay. Let's go ahead. Control. First person, don't drown yourself. Alright, let's mark the boat. Hopefully there's no wolves coming at me right now. Alright, always we're checking. Yeah, better safe than sorry, 100%. We'll check her out. There we go. Got my sword, my lanterns ready. Ooh. Actually going to take this. Always on the lookout for berry bushes. Alright, let's move. Oh, look. Look, people. Look. We got another one of these holes. What did we just get? A pumpkin seed, baby. Wait. My inventory's almost full. Spelt. That's lame. Oh, amaranth. That's huge. Whoa, that's a crimson maple. Hold on. We got to go back to the boat real quick. Okay, hold on. Oh, I thought I saw a second one. Let's first of all mark it. Tree. What do I call these? Hole in tree? I don't know. Holes. I know. Yeah. Oh, that's another thing, Pierce, too. I actually got a pumpkin seed already. I have one pumpkin seed back home, and I've got it planted. It hasn't sprouted yet, though. But I'm hoping it will, my friend. I'm hoping it will. Give me the blueberries. All right. Yep. Come on now. What the? Bro, what? Oh, I think is it because my hand is full? Really need that. There we go. Yeah, I think it was because my hand was full. All right, let's put some of this stuff away. Some of the stuff I probably won't need right away. Okay, put that in there. All right, let's go talk to this trader now. Here we go, people. See, if you guys hadn't convinced me to come check for this trader, we wouldn't have found this hole. And somebody's told me to. God, look how many mushrooms are on that freaking tree. Pink bonnet. Somebody's told me they found like temporal gears and stuff in these before too. So that's pretty cool. Definitely worth coming back to, isn't it? Okay, Mr. Trader. Please be a treasure. Building materials trader. Poop. It's alright, it's still worth it. This might be the first. Oh, look, quicklime. Yeah. This might be the first building goods trader. No, that's right. We've seen one before. I don't remember where he's at, but that's cool. That lime will come in handy if we never find any on our own. Although I'm pretty determined to find that stuff at some point, even if we have to travel very, very far for it. Okay. Hey, Magpie, what's up, buddy? Thanks for coming by the stream, my friend. Appreciate you, dude. Great seeing you again. All right, let's see. He's buying lime nuts. Oh, he was buying. I'm sorry. Thank you, guys. My brain doesn't work so good. Now, will he sell lime or just buy it eventually, you think? Ooh, did you see that? All right, let's go back into this mode. And we're moving. Delete this. So, Big Magpie, buddy, we are out on the ocean. We're headed to this trader. He's really far north, but we are going to get our elk mount. Hopefully, by the end of this live stream, we're going to be the proud owners of a beautiful new rideable elk. We'll have to see. We're going to make our best attempt at it. Okay. Don't see any traders yet. Let's turn a little bit towards that. A little bit more. Here we go. Sailing at night. Sailing at night. Anybody scared of the ocean? I am. You know there are sharks that can live for thousands of years. Is it thousands or hundreds of years? No, I think it's thousands. The Greenland shark. I was watching a little documentary about those things. Deep, deep water sharks. There's some that they've aged that have been alive since like the Roman era. Is it hundreds? I thought that there was one they found that was like 3,000 years old. Maybe I'm misremembering. Yeah, that's pretty incredible. Even if it's hundreds. You know what that makes me think about? I always think about like the future of genetic research. Yeah, we'll be riding on an elk, buddy. Hopefully by the end of this. We'll see. We'll see. If everything goes well. But I always think about this book I read by John, I think it was John Scalzi, one of his early ones, called Old Man's War. And one of the big premises of that book is that they use genetics from like alien species to enhance human soldiers. But I always think about how we don't need to use aliens. We can just use animals here on Earth. You know, if we incorporate certain parts of their genetics that allow them to do these things, like the Greenland shark can live for 300 years, you know, if we can isolate the genetic code and somehow, you know, put that into our own cells or maybe into our offspring, you know, and it doesn't end there. There are those tiny little microscopic creatures called tardigrades, or they have another, like, more colloquial name. water pigs, I think. Unlimited power. Yeah, but no, these tardigrades, they've actually taken them up on the space shuttle before. Water bears, that's it. And they're able to desiccate themselves, dry out their bodies to where they have almost no water left in their bodies, which would kill us. That would be fatal for a human. And yet they're still able to rehydrate and come back to life, even after months and years of this desiccated state. Now, if we could somehow pull that DNA or those genetic, code, the genes that code for that ability, and put it into ourselves, hell, we could travel in space and just desiccate our bodies for the time it takes until we reach the next star system or something, and then revivify ourselves. All that stuff's possible with genetics, hopefully, right? We don't need to terraform other planets. We need to terraform our own bodies. Have you seen rats that combine DNA with the mammoth? No, I haven't, Piers. I have seen rats where they use them to grow human body parts, like ears. They've been able to grow like a human using stem cells, essentially. They'll implant stem cells onto the rat's body, and they can like tell it to grow like a human ear. It's grotesque, and it's probably not fun for the rats, but it definitely advances medical science for sure. Think of how puny we'd look. The woolly mammoth mice. I'll have to look that one up. That sounds interesting. Are they literally fluffy? That's hilarious. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. Terraforming will never be necessary because the obvious place to grow is into space habitats. You can fine-tune the gravity, daylight, and temperature in a habitat. Why settle for planets? Yeah, you mentioned that before in our Discord. I remember we talked about that a little bit. Yeah, and I don't disagree with you. I think you're definitely onto something. Although I do have to say, I think that there will always be a contingent of people who would prefer to live on a planet, just because as soon as you say something like, oh, all humans will prefer to live, on space stations, that's when, a group of like a handful, want to live on the planet. That's when they'll pop up and say, no, we have to be contrarians, we want to live on the planet. It seems like human nature is kind of like that. But remember what I said too, I've heard, and this isn't my original idea, but I've heard this argued before, that there could also be a contingent of what you might call extreme conservationists who will say that even setting foot on another world or like a moon is desecrating an entire wilderness, because if you look at something like Mars, yes, it's barren, yes, it's lifeless, but one day it could house life again in some form, whether that's bacterial, microscopic or macroscopic, we don't know. But regardless, if we go there, inevitably we're going to destroy and contaminate that planet with our own bacteria. And so in a very real way, if we try and terraform or even just explore these planets, we could be destroying future life forms, entire habitats and stuff. And again, that's just an argument I can see put forth by people for, like you say, living on space stations exclusively, as opposed to, going down to planets. I think we need to turn around and go back this way. Sun's coming up. Some people will still be hunter-gatherers too. Oh yeah, Bill Bateau, there's a movement. I don't know when it first originated, but some of you guys might have heard of this, called Luddites. Luddite. These are people who believe we should completely abandon all technology and, just like you say, go back to this primitive hunter-gatherer. And I shouldn't even call it primitive. Some people would argue, a Luddite would, that it's actually a superior lifestyle to the technology-bound lifestyle that we all live, for sure. The counter-argument is that Earth has probably already contaminated Mars and vice. That's true. But I mean, we're also talking about planets around Alpha Centauri, and other stars, potentially the moons of Jupiter and Saturn, faction in Vegas Strike. Are they really? It's fascinating how invasive our microbes are. I know, Bill Beto, like Saturn alluded to, if we were to find microbial life on Mars right now, today, there would always be an open question, always, especially if it had DNA as its basis, whether or not we brought it there. And it's just like some evolved form of contaminant from like one of the early rovers that we sent up there, because as much as they try and decontaminate those rovers or these, satellites, which eventually crash into the planet after orbiting several hundred times or whatever, it's impossible to completely decontaminate all the time. So there's going to be some contamination. Musk has championed the idea of launching nuclear weapons just over Mars poles since Well, Pierce, that's actually not original to Elon Musk. If you watch the movie, the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, and I'm pretty sure that idea even predates that movie, but they talk about, I think in that movie they don't use nukes, but they do like melt the ice caps in order to terraform Mars. Yeah, Total Recall, that's it. Thank you, Mags. That's the one for sure. But yeah, I've heard that idea before, using nukes or whatever to basically liquefy the poles, and that would produce enough oxygen to go into the atmosphere and stuff. I don't know. It's purely theoretical, obviously. The microbes they found were terrestrial. That's interesting. Damn it, I just got myself. I was reading chat. I just went into a little cove there. Whoopsie. All right, let's take a moment to look at the map. We got this crazy mist out here on the ocean right now. Sun is coming up. Let's see. All right. Ooh. Trader. I think that right there is a red maple. All right, let's see. What about Sirens of Titan? I've not read that one. That's Kurt Vonnegut, isn't it? Damn it, there's another trader up there. Shoot, I wanted to go visit that one. We'll just head to this one. Straight ahead, people. Let's go. Matza. I think that theory is from the Cold War period. Not sure, but remember the Project Orion was a thing. Yeah, Project Orion is the idea of using nuclear bombs to propel a spaceship. So you would build a ship, and then it would obviously have to be really heavily shielded, and then you would explode nukes behind that, and the explosive force would be able to propel that ship to extremely fast speeds. Not anywhere near the speed of light, but still much faster than anything we can achieve with chemical propulsion. Oh, the Sirens of Titan are gorgeous. They leave much to be desired, though. They sound vaguely like the bells. Oh, the bells of vintage storable. That's not really a pleasant sound, in my opinion. Yeah, that is true, but I think they have thought of using nukes in all sorts of strange ways. 100%. 100%. Yeah, you're not wrong about that. All right, let's pull up over here and talk to this little trader. It's all foggy out here. Birch tree. Okay, buddy, you better be a frickin' treasure hunter trader. I can't believe out of this whole world, I've only found one, and it was through the frickin' translocator. I tell you, we've had immense luck in this world in most regards, except for limestone and NPC traders. Not the best, not the best. But I'm not complaining. Luxuries. Boo. Okay. Ooh, that's a nice looking branding. I know this is the... Okay, I'm getting it. This is the selling side. Oh, look. Wait. Wait, you don't want that, buddy? Oh, this is for me to buy. God damn it. Okay. What was he again? Luxuries. All right, let's mark him and get the heck out of here. Save. All right. He's got a Forlorn Hope sword. What's that? He's got a Silver Falx. Oh, he's got a Resonator. I've got so many tuning cylinders. Should I buy this? I could afford this. Wait, could I? No, I'm like one short of affording that. And oh, that's cool looking. That almost looks like a fish. Oh, there it is. The Forlorn Hope. Oh. What? It's got the same attack power as my short sword does. That sword is hopeless. That's super cool, though. Looks like a katana. Okay, we'll have to come back and maybe try for that one day. All right, what are we looking at? Sandstone conglomerate. Boo. Let's see. You can make your own resonator. Oh, thank you, dude. I didn't know that. Where's the seats here? There we go. All right, and let's consult with our map. I think I'm heading the wrong way. So we're actually getting real close. Okay, let's continue. Let's go. I feel it. We're going to be able to get there with the boat. This is going to be perfect. Resonators are great. So let me ask you this. All those little tuning cylinders I've been picking up, do they play music, or is it like lore? Is it like at the Resonance Archives where they've got like recordings of people talking and stuff? What are those mainly? The best use of the Resonance is to play it during Temporal Storm. Really? They play music. Okay. So all those cylinders I've been picking up are music. What does it do if you play it during the Temporal Storm? Whoa. Yeah, what does that do? Playing during Temporal Storm? That sounds interesting. That sounds like a cheat. Not like a cheat, but like a hack. No, not like a hack, but like a cool trick. It's not just the landscape that gets distorted. It's awesome. Oh, so like the sound gets all crazy, huh? Neat. It's like listening to Marilyn Manson album backwards or something, huh? Wicked. You hear messages in it. Okay, I'm looking. I don't know what I'm looking for. Just looking. Got some ruins over here. This looks like... I'm not sure what we got going on here. Alright. I think we're going to get lucky here, people. Oh, is that a trader right there, maybe? Yeah, I think we're going to do this. Look how close we are. It's right there. Oh, I'm super excited. I want to get this elk. I'm going to be even more nervous, though, once we get it on the boat and I have to, like, sail with it back home. What if I accidentally click on it and it drowns or something? Oh, my God. What if that happens, guys? Better not happen. If it happens, I'm going to go into creative mode and just spawn a new one. No, I'm kidding. Not really, though. Alright, and you can tell when the Temporal Storm is waiting from the change in the distortion. Oh, okay. I've been going to sleep. I think we did one Temporal Storm together during an episode, but other than that, I just go to sleep. I have it set on the world settings that you can sleep through them. Eventually, we'll probably try, once we get up to like steel, maybe we can start to try and take them out. Don't jinx it. I don't believe in jinxes, my friend. I don't believe in curses or spells or jinxes. None of that stuff. I wish that our words had power over this world, but they simply do not. No matter how many times we repeat it. Someone knock on wood. You guys are all superstitious. Go beyond outside and collect grass during Temporal Storms. Use the beloved scythe. Oh, look at this little island. We are still on the lookout for that dear precious limestone. I haven't seen any yet. Oh, you know what? I think I mentioned it in tonight's episode, a couple things, but one specifically, there's a mod out now. It's fairly new, but it's called the Translocator Relocator, and I think I'm going to install this. It basically allows you to move translocators so you can hit them. You have to have a steel pickaxe, though, so I kind of like that because it makes it challenging, you know? But another thing it allows you to do, instead of just picking them up and moving them around, you can do that. But you can also assign a key code to the translocator, which is just like a string of numbers or whatever. And then if you set up a second translocator at another point and put the same key code, you link those two. And then instead of being random, the translocators will actually act as proper teleporters. So I'm thinking I'm going to use that mod eventually. Because like I said, I'd love to set up a base like far, far to the south. Yeah, Piers, it sounds really cool. And I like that you have to get up to the steel before you can actually move those. It makes sense, you know? And you have to repair them first. You can't just pick up like a dead translocator and expect it to work. You have to repair it first. Did I miss a trader? Oh, is that it right there? Is that it? You got some good eyes. Sounds like it should use Jonas parts. How do you mean? The mod, you mean, should use Jonas parts? Below the gravel? Oh, I see it. I see it. God, you do have good eyes. There might be two, though. Do we think that... Oh, I don't even see it anymore. Yeah, that's definitely a trader right there, though. Good call. All right, let's go. The Jonas Brothers. Just seems like... Wait, just seems like that level of tech, like night vision. Yeah, you're right, dude. It does seem like the translocators should be Jonas level tech. Yeah, my goal is to... We'll get 2 translocators, probably more than that, but we'll set up a couple in a special, like, transporter room. You know, we're going to have to build some awesome room at the base for translocators. And we'll set one up there, and then we'll hop in our sailboat. We'll take a second one with us, and we'll travel real far south. I'm talking, like, into the arid desert regions where there's hyenas and all kinds of different plants and stuff. And then we'll set up a new settlement there, you know. And then we'll be able to walk back and forth via the translocator in seconds. I feel that you should need to find schematics after fighting a boss before being able to build a translocator. Anchors away. Oh, you know, there is an anchor for the boat, but apparently it has no function right now. Hello? The artisan. God damn you. Okay. I do... Oh, look. Temporal Storm. I like that. I love pixel art. Especially on this real small scale. Oh, it's so cool. Ooh, sell this guy beeswax. Yeah, okay. Well, it's not what we're looking for, but that's good. We're at least mapping the area. What was he called? Crap, I already forgot what he called himself. Artisan trader. Shut up. Artisan trader. Good. Okay, let's go. I do like his little beret, too. I guess that's what that is. I don't know. Let's see. You can find tapestry with lore imagery. Oh. Yeah. Let's see here. Where? Oh, no. I didn't mark my boat. Big mistake, people. Big mistake. Wait. All right. Hold on. Where did I put it? North. Obviously the opposite way. Oh, okay. Yeah. Remind me to always mark my boat. I am terrible with directions. All right, where is it? Boatless on a sea island. Stranded at sea. I could live out here for years and never find the boat again. There it is. I see it. Oh, thank you. Thank you, guy. Go north, young man. Thank you. Thank you, chat. Appreciate ya. See, I can freely just lose track of my boat. Not a concern in the world. Alright, no, let's not do that again. Let's go get this freaking elk, people. I need it. It's almost kind of cool. Like, if we had had a treasure hunter trader, like, super close by, you know, I guess that would be great, but this is fun, too. Now we have to go on an adventure to get our elk mount. You know, we have to earn it. Not only did I have to kill some nasty boss at the Resonance Archives, but we've got to make a journey. Instead of go west, young man, yes, I remember that expression. I did my first try in Vintage Story when it turned dark and had no idea where I was. Yeah, buddy, if you aren't prepared for your first night, it can be really, really disheartening and difficult and sucky. Let's get the elk, people. What are we going to do to them when we find them? Eat. I'll see what Big King in Latin is. Oh, that's good, Crow Fighter. I like that. It's probably Rex. Oh, I need to eat. Eat. Thank you, Wickedy. Appreciate you. Piers, I thought you were responding to Saturn's question about what we're going to do with the elk when we find it. We're going to eat it. No, you were being helpful and trying to tell me to eat. Appreciate you. All right, let's move. Maybe you were responding to Saturn's question. I don't know. Can't confirm or deny it. Yeah, let's look at these pies that we're eating right now. Look at that. Grain, protein, fruit, veg. No cheese in these, but I've got some cheese back home. It's currently aging. Okay, we are on track, people. I literally don't think there's anything between us and our destination. Pierce says, oh no. Oh, that's what Clarissa would say about the elk, people. That's right. She would. Clarissa is our cannibal character in Cataclysm, Dark Days Ahead. That's the other game that I stream here on Twitch. Rex is the usual name of kings in Europe, like Harald Rex of Norway. Oh, okay. Clarissa would probably eat the traitors. Yes, she would. She's a weirdo. Rex is, I have to look it up. Oh. So what is... We just call him Rex. I'm okay with that. You know, sometimes you have to wait to name an animal, though, until you actually meet it. Because you know how it is. All animals have their own personalities and stuff. Sometimes the animal will tell you what their name is, you know? Not with language, but with communication. Two very different things. Clarissa would probably eat the traitors. Rex is king in Latin, after all. Rex the elk, the coolest cat in the Vintage Story. If it's female, it should be Regina, though. That's a good... Yeah, I like that name. Gloriana Regina. Let's see... Okay. Just out here in the middle of the ocean. And unfortunately, we're going north, obviously, as you guys can tell, but I would have loved to have been able to go south in today's trip, but didn't work out that way. Elkosaurus Rex. Elkoros Rex. I like that one. If it's up to the elk, then his name would be... Yeah, that's the sound the elk makes. What does the elk make? Wait, what is that song? What does the fox say? What does the elk say? We're almost there, Piers. Yeah, buddy. I wish I could put the afterburners on, but I can't. We got one speed in this thing. I'd love to find some limestone, too, but that ain't happening. Boo. Also, a hot spring would be nice. Alright, let's see. Okay. The sounds they make in the wild, like deep and high at the same time, you should be able to ride a Generation 10 tamed polar bear. Yeah. I mean, I like that idea. Oh, we were looking at that mod earlier today for riding Tyrannosaurus Rexes. There's literally a mod that adds T-Rexes to the game, and they're tameable and mountable. Riding a polar bear is so Russian cavalry. That's right. Rev the sailboat engine. Come on, let's go. I wish I could zoom in on the tooltips. Alright. Anything on this little guy? Nothing. We need an ironclad steamboat just chugging away. Oh, I would love to have a submersible. What if we could have like a steam-powered submersible? Oh, that would be sick. Civil War moment. Civil War flashback. Oh, God. Those are the worst. In Soviet Russia, the Mount rides you. It's an old joke, but it's a good joke, people. Oh, okay, we're off track here. We're so close. We can see the island dead ahead, people. We all live on a yellow submarine. Beatles reference. All right, so we're going to park it right about here. So that's our destination. Let's go. And yeah, it's going to be hard not to, like, I have to load this mount in the boat, and then we have to spend like 10 minutes getting back home. It's going to suck because I want to ride this puppy. But we're going to restrain ourselves. We're going to get to ride it a little bit, but yeah, I want to get it loaded up and get this sucker home. Don't end up with like those billionaires at the bottom of the ocean. No. We'll bring extra batteries. There we go. Let's see. You guys ever play Subnautica? That's one of my favorite things in that game is the ability to build those submersibles. God, that game is so atmospheric. So immersive. I would say it's right up there with Vintage Story. With like the believability of the world. It's really good. Oop, 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 oop. Jesus, this looks a lot different in person than it does on the map, doesn't it? What are those light stones? Granite? Yeah, I think it's granite. Unfortunately. Okay. Yeah, remember, this is an island I've actually already explored. Mostly. Alright, because we came through here on the translocator. Alright, hold on. Get back here. Let me get back in the seat real quick. Alright. Got our blunt bone flute, the extra lantern. Okay, I think I've got everything I need. Let's go. You know what, actually, I'm going to back this thing right up to the land. There we go. Subnautica 2 Early Access comes out later this year. Thank you, Wiggity. I knew that they were working on it. I didn't know when, though. So that's awesome. Good. Thanks for the heads up, buddy. I'll probably be buying it and playing that on the channel. Let's see. Have you seen the popular game Schedule 1? Yes. In fact, I almost picked it up. Almost decided to get that one. I will never finish it after that rage quit. Alright, imagine wind direction was a thing and you had to all learn to tack. You know what it is in Valheim, Saturn. I don't know if you've ever played Valheim. It's a really fun game. It's a Viking game, but they have sailing, and there's you have to learn to tack and stuff in that game. Super annoying. Alright, people. We got our gears. We got our head. Let's do this. Alright, I went to the ruin you mentioned. Oh, okay, and again, spoilers for anybody out there who hasn't done this. We're going to purchase the elk mount, so spoilers. Shut up. Okay, structure housed massive device. I heard a voice. Let's run. Okay, here we go. I have an elk I could part with. He would be a loyal companion to you on your journeys. As for the info, I'll part with him for only 100 gears. You'll need a saddle and a bridle. How much would it cost you if we give you this treasure? Oh my, that's very intriguing. And you've got one. You've got there. You've a mind for bartering, friend? Give me the artifact and I'll take 50 gears. There we go. Of course, buy the elk. What a lovely treasure. Thank you. A pleasure doing business with you. Now let me call him to us. All right, check outside. He should be nearby. Let's do it. Elk time. Huh? Hello? Little elk? Where are you, little elk? There it is. Chase the elk. Those are bunnies. Oh, look at this beast. What are you doing up there? What are you doing? We've done it. Okay, I don't need that. Don't go into the ocean. My elk child. Where's the bit? There's the saddle. Oh, there's the bridle. Okay. Saddle? How do I attach it? Wait, hold on. Oh, she needs to stop moving around. I didn't even bring a rope, did I? Oh, no, I did. Okay. Got too much going on here, people. Get over here. Okay, what is she doing? Oh, this is not making it easy on me. All right, I can't get the saddle on there. Do I have to put the bridle on first? Oh. I'm on her. Let's see. We got a tooltip here. Add items. Whoa. Okay, that dismounted me. Oh, there we go. Shift. It said the blanket was optional. There we go. Okay. Oh, yeah, I'm controlling it. Yes. Whoo. All right, hold on. Okay, where do we put the lantern? Wait, hold on. Let's put the medallion on its head. Stay still. There it is. Yes, you can see her on the map now. Whatever. Shift to sprint. Okay, thank you. There it is. Oh, look how beautiful. Oh, I love it. All right, so where does the lantern go? Is it on the butt? No, wait, we've got saddlebags too. Yes. Oh, look at that. Oh my God, so much space. Look at all the space we can put our stuff in. Boom, look at that. He is such a majestic boy. The neck. Oh, the neck is where I put it. Okay. No. Oh my God. That was kind of horrific. I'm not going to lie to you. Is it? Oh, where to go? Wait, did I? Oh no, I put it over here. The neck. The right and left shoulders can hold the cooking pot, and you can slot a hay bed on the rump. Yeah, I brought the hay bed. I think that's back on the, what's it called? Yeah, I see that. I don't see where. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's on its. Oh, it's around the collar. Okay. He sounds just like a baby Titan siren. You guys ever seen that movie called Bone Tomahawk? It's kind of a disturbing one, but that kind of sounds like the troglodytes in that movie. All right, hold on. So he's going to stay there. I want to talk to this dude again real quick. Where'd you go, freak? We've actually got some stuff here. Oh, no. Okay, I already traded it to him. So you buying rye bread, huh? Well, oh, I've got charred rye bread. He's not going to eat that, is he? You little pooper. Okay, never mind. I thought I was going to get some gears off him, but we're not. Got 33. I would love to go get that sword that we saw, but I don't think that's going to happen. All right. We've done it. So, let's ride. Mr. Rex here. All right, let's see. I almost feel like I'm better in this mode, but I want to be zoomed in a bit. Maybe like this? Oh, yeah. Wait, do we go this way? Whew. She's got a wide turn on her, though. Oh, yeah. So turning, you need to, like, stop and kind of just walk her through the turn. How's she do in the water? Magpie. Let's see. How's she do in the water? Oh, she floats. She floats in the water. We're not even going to take the sailboat home, people. We're going to take the elk mount. Yes, let's go to infinity and beyond. Oh, I hear a portal near us. All right, let's get this beautiful girl here put into this boat somehow. All right, so I need a rope. Oh, dear God, keep your mouth shut. Let's see. So how do we attach the rope? Okay, she's attached. And then we... Oh, there she is. Oh, look how sweet. Now, her horns are pretty small. Is she juvenile? Will those get bigger? Beautiful. What's up, Michael Wolf? Michael Wolf. Hello, hello. Thanks for stopping by. First time chatter. Yeah, we've got ourselves an elk mount, people. That was super easy, too. Oh, and the elk as well. Is it male or female? I don't think it shows the gender, does it? I don't know. Let's get in the boat, though. I can't look at her. I don't want to click on her either because I'll probably detach her or something. Oh, but we're out of here. Let's go, my dudes. Oh, it's a male. We keep calling it a she. Yeah, I'll probably misgender it a lot, so don't get too particular about that. Trust me. Oh my God, this tooltip here. How do we turn off the tooltips? This is freaking out. Let's see. You have to admire how they managed to make such blocky animals lifelike. Yeah, whoever designed the sprite for this literally had to chisel. I like whenever I imagine the artists like designing blocks now, in my mind they're always chiseling them. That's how they design it, by literally chiseling. All right, so here we are. Of course, the only treasure hunter trader I knew of in my entire world was several hundred blocks to the north. So we're currently in our boat, obviously, and we're headed back down to here. So Control B, but crouching keeps you out. That's okay. Yeah, I won't do it then. We might just see this tooltip jump around a lot, guys. Yeah, it's glitchy. It's a little glitchy. I'll try not to look at it too much. All right, do you use mods to get such big seas? In my world, it's more like puddles. Michael Wolf, that is a really great question, my friend. I am guessing that in your world generation, you did not change the land mass generation setting. Because by default, and this is weird, I don't understand why they do this, but by default in Vintage Story, yeah, you need to. And I've made a couple videos on this, actually. I've got a short and I've got a tips and tricks video. The first one is about this. If you go into those worlds generation settings and look under land mass, it says 100%. That means there's going to be no ocean. So this world I set to 70% landmass and 30% ocean. And we actually just kind of got lucky. We spawned like on an island in a very oceany part of the world, considering I only set it for 30%. But yeah, for some weird reason, like by default, there's just no oceans in the world. No, you can't change it once it's been created. There are some options you can change with commands in the world, like to turn off temporal stability, but I don't think landmass size would be one of those. And if it was, it would not affect like areas of the map you've already visited. You know what I mean? By default, it's 100% because in 1.2 there were no real boats. Yeah, I mean that's a good point, but if that is the case, they after 1.20 they should have changed it. But yeah, I get people mentioning that quite a few times each month. I'll get a question about that or something. But I mean, I did the same thing too in my very first season of this game. I didn't even know that, like, at all. And of course, that was before 1.20, so there wasn't a sailboat, so it wasn't as big an issue. But yeah, I mean, now that they explicitly put the sailboat in 1.20, you're definitely going to want some sort of ocean, probably. All right, let's see. But, think about it like this, Mikkel. Going to have to remember that for next one. Yeah. And, I was going to say, too, if you're bummed about, like, having to start a new world, there's a couple of mods out there, too, which will affect world generation, kind of smooth out the landscape so it's not as mountainy and stuff. Maybe you can think about installing some of those, too, when you generate a new world. You know what I'm saying? There's actually a mod that adds rivers, like big, wide, flowing rivers to the landscape. I really want to try that one, I think. That'd be cool. They still don't have content for the oceans. That's true. The devs are happy with the state of the oceans when the default persists. That's a good point, Sada. That is a good point, yeah. When they set it to like 70-30 or whatever, you'll know. That's when they're happy with it. All right, let's see. Dude says, I bet we'll see a change to default world gen to add ocean since the sailboat can actually sail rather than dry. 100%. I bet you're probably right. I bet you're correct, sir. Bilbetto says, Saturn says, I wish Vintage Story in Minecraft had rivers. Yeah, I know. That's why I want to try that mod. See how well that adds. You can use the world config land cover function to change an existing world, but you can, but it'll only affect newly discovered land, and the crossover between the old and new might look weird. Okay. Thank you, Bill Beto. Appreciate you correcting me on that, buddy. But yeah, I figured it's not going to affect areas, like if you've already built a base, in a spot, it won't affect that spot. Minecraft does not have rivers, whatever the biome says. It has long lakes. Fjords. Bilbetto, is that a file I have to find in my world? You can do, what's the command for it, Bilbetto? You can do commands by hitting / and then changing, like game mode or whatever. I'm pretty sure that's what Bilbetto's talking about. Do you know the command, Bilbetto? I'll type it out or just put it in chat, but yeah, if you hit / in the game on your keyboard, or if you hit the T button, it opens up this dialog box here, where you get notifications for certain things. But this is where you'll type in commands to change. Like I said, you can turn off your temporal stability, or as Bilbetto has pointed out, you can change the landmass generation setting. All right. Might be cool too, though, if you think about it. Adding like an ocean after the fact is not that bad, because you can just in your mind, say to yourself, oh, okay, well, we spawned really far inland, and I just have to go exploring to find the ocean or whatever, There you go. Thank you, Bill Beto. Appreciate you, buddy. That was very helpful, my friend. Yeah, and again, mine is set to 70-30. Which is, interestingly enough, the opposite of how the Earth is actually, I think. Isn't it a 70-30 ratio, but in favor of the ocean on the Earth, I think? It's roughly. All right, we're going to have to go straight down. It is. That's what I thought. And also, isn't it coincidentally, Saturn, that they say like roughly our bodies are also like 70% water and 30% like other materials and elements and stuff? Isn't that the ratio? But on Earth, the landmass are conglomerated. That would be a nice world gen. One large landmass at 0-0 with islands farther out. Heck yeah. High pipe. Let's go. Oh yeah, we're gonna get home and we're gonna be able to ride this elk all around. I don't care for how its butt is like directly in my face. For anybody who's ever been around large mammals, this right here is not really an ideal position for us, but it's a video game. They haven't invented smell-o-vision yet, but yeah, that's not a pleasant sight. Imagine you setting it to like the real world, and traveling would be much more like discovering new continent. Yeah, it would be kind of cool. Yeah, like every landmass you saw would be like a precious resource, You found like a big continent. I think it is coincidence. The area of land masses have increased over the eons. Oh, okay. You could have his mount. I could. Maybe I want it in that spot, right, Bilbetto? Huh? I didn't realize. I think the fence post is supposed to be slot forward. The elk posts are supposed to be 2 slots. I know after reading the wiki, you can actually fit 4 elks in the boat if you position the fence posts correctly. But, God, that tooltip is freaking out. Why is it doing it? Because we're moving. Oh, yeah, it's because we're moving. Not the greatest view. I know. Not much to look at here. Oh, got him. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You think that's all granite? Yeah, that's granite. Has to be, right? Damn it. Still on the lookout for that limestone, people. Still on the lookout. Alright, let's aim properly. Wiggity says, what does limestone look like on the map? That's a good question. I don't honestly know. I've never found it. Not in large quantities. I expect it looks similar to snow. The granite disappointment is real, dude. Super real. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you know, you've got a couple of whites on the map here if we can find some snow. Oh, let's keep moving while we do it. Okay, here. So you can see we've got snow, which is a really bright white. Then you've got these little splotches of white. Believe it or not, these are actually the caves that will go underground. But yeah, you can see that there's a slight difference in the hue between these whites. So I imagine limestone is like just another slightly different, shade of white, essentially. Yeah, it's a bit creamier than snow. Yeah, there you go. I expect it'll still jump out at me, though, I think it is lighter version of granite. Gotcha. So a little bit creamier than snow, but a little bit lighter than granite. And this is interesting. We can see this like slash of sandstone through here. This is obviously granite. I don't know what this is. Oh, this was conglomerate, wasn't it? Wiggity says, okay, that's why I'm asking, because you have a lot of the white splotches. Yeah, I was weirded out by those at first, but if you go to this white splotch on the map, that is going to be a pit. It's going to be one of those big open caverns, That's what those are. It's weird, too. You would think it'd be represented by a black splotch, but it's white. Reddish tan is probably claystone. Oh, that could be interesting. Hey, look, we got another trader down here. Yeah, we'll just keep moving. We will need to, one day we're going to have to load up the boat with a bunch of trade goods for like the various traders, my diamonds and all the gears I have and stuff, and make a bunch of stacks of bread or whatever, and just go on like a big trading excursion, pick up a bunch of paintings, maybe a cool horse blanket or elk saddle blanket, whatever. Claystone and conglomerate look very similar on the map. Is claystone good for any kind of crafting, or you guys like it for any of the construction or anything? Wiggity says, that's what I was going to say. They should make the caves a darker color. I know, it's weird. Maybe they tried dark, like black, and it just doesn't show up as much or something. I don't know. It's a weird choice that they went with white, though. Okay. No, that is claystone. Oh, okay. Gotcha. No worries. No worries. Yeah, I'm sure once we get to steel, that might be what we do at the last half of our stream today, is work on getting the steel production up and running. Claystone is sedimentary. There could be limestone below it. Oh, really? There's quite a bit of it here, and that's about the only spot for it, but, well, we're going to get home first, like I said. I do have to make another excursion just for limestone, but yeah, maybe that's what we can do like kill two birds with one stone. We'll go on a nice long trading excursion, and at the same time we can like look for limestone. I'm gonna go visit this trader right here though. Yeah, he's right there in the corner. Let's see what this is. There's a mod that lets you pulverize claystone into fire clay. Other than that, it's just stone. Interesting. That could be helpful. Although, you know, to be honest, I haven't had much trouble making firestone. Or fire clay, I mean. I've got a ton of it. Does Vintage Story require a beefy PC to play? I don't know if my potato would survive. No. If you turn your settings down, I think it can run on pretty primitive computers, to be honest. I own a 15, my computer's 15 years old. I'm in the process of saving up to replace it right now, but you know, you can see the settings I've got. Obviously some of them are turned down, you know, but if you play around with it, maybe even Google, like, what are the best settings for a low-end PC, I think you can probably play it with no problem, my friend. It's worth it, too. So much fun. To find Geology, you have to try to sail in a straight line in a given direction rather than following the shore. You need andesite for the case and... Wait. No, I have granite. Granite works. That the iron bars sit on to make steel. When we get back to the colony piers, I'll show you what I got going on, but I've actually got it partially built, and I used granite. What you're talking about, oops, I believe is the coffin. You're talking about the andesite stone coffin section and the lid, but as you can see, you can also make that out of granite, basalt, or periodite. Too, but good call. Yeah, and I've already made these up. Let's see, view distance is a big performance killer, but you really don't need it very high most of the time. That's a good point. Yeah, dude, man, especially if you're like on land just building or something, you don't need your view distance up real high unless you're actively out exploring. Good to know. Thank you for the advice. No problem. Oh my gosh, thanks for coming by the stream today, everybody. Appreciate ya. Yeah, like I said, we've got an episode coming out tonight. And I think I've already got the next one recorded too. I can't remember now. Oh, I've been playing so much Vintage Story lately, and I love it. I can't get enough of this game. I wake up in the morning like on my days off, and the first thing I do is boot up Vintage Story. Start playing with some coffee. Okay, we wanted to detour. Let's see if we can find this trader. This is a really weird little island here. Very steep. Where's the damn trader? Alright, we'll try it right here. Stay there, elk. Don't go anywhere, buddy. Bam. Let's see. Good. This has been fun. Can't wait for tonight's episode. Oh, thanks, man. Oh, look at the trader. He's all the way up there. Yeah, appreciate everybody who's out there who's tuning in for the series on a regular. Really means a lot to me. It does. Yeah, the only thing that makes this game better is the fact that there's so many great people out there who enjoy watching it and engaging with it and stuff, so I do really appreciate you guys. Alright, let's see what this dude is. Hey! Slap the pig. So I had to slap that boar in the butt. Alright, let's talk to this guy. Agricultural. Ooh, we've seen everything but the treasure hunter. Ooh, blue cheese. We're going to make blue cheese a redwood seed. No way. Do I have my gears on me? I do. Oh, are we going to get our own redwood garden growing? Hell yeah. Slap the pig. Yeah, buddy. Waking up to video games is a good feeling. I do that with Destiny too. I love it, man. I love it. Oh, no way. Kapok seed, that's another tree seed. Oh, yeah, dude, I'm going to buy that. Cha-ching. Should we buy a couple of them? I mean, I think they're guaranteed to sprout, too, right? It's pretty expensive for 8 gears. Let's go. Let's buy a Kapok. Heck yeah. Pig slapping the new vintage story sport. Kapok makes some nice looking plank blocks. Cool. We'll start to propagate some exotic trees and stuff. Love it. Oh, he's buying pumpkins. For 1 gear? This guy's out of his damn mind. Alright, what do we call him? Agriculture. Trader. Ag. Okay, save. Beautiful. Damn it, I forgot to mark the boat, but you know what, I just realized the mount shows up on the boat. That's pretty awesome, isn't it? You look at the pig. He came down to take revenge on my elk. Sorry, piggy. Not today, buddy. Oh, God. Am I stuck? There we go. Whew. All right, let's get out of here. 4 pumpkins for 1 gear. That is an absolute ripoff, buddy. No, it was 1 pumpkin for 1 gear, but he had a demand of 4. I think is what that was. So he would buy 4 of them. Nice view. Redwoods look so good. I've only encountered them once in this game. All right, where are we headed? All right, we're there. We're almost there. We're about halfway home. Let's go, people. Okay. Take a little bite of some delicious meat pie. Good. The redwoods are down south. The bow was in a land down under. Oh, good old Australia. Alright, where are we going? Need to go a little bit north here. Yep, very good. Oh my God, look at the elk. Look at her, look at Rex. Let's go. Now that's... What is that? Is that claystone right there? This looks like a darker stone than I'm used to here. Let's check this out. You can't even see it on the map, but... See that? I'm sailing away. Sailing is so fun. It's relaxing, you know? And when you come home with a inventory full of goodies, it's even nicer. Ooh, I'm excited about these seeds, too. All right, let's see. It's pretty cloudy out here. It's 4:30. We're starting to get some rain. But I'm curious about this stone. Just notice how fast the sailboat is. It's definitely better than swimming. And I think it's moderately faster than the raft. Tell me this is just granite and shale. Oh no, it's periodite. Oh. What? I actually need this. I'm probably going to misspell this, so don't judge me. Is that how it's spelled? Okay, so what? Correct me if I'm wrong. I want periodite. What do we want this for? It's great for finding olivine. Okay, and olivine is what we need for like higher levels of refractory bricks, right? For steel making and stuff. Okay. Okay. So we're going to have to come back here. I did bring a pickaxe, but it's got 93 durability, tier 2 and tier 3 bricks. Right, right. And the tier 3 requires steel, first of all, to crush up, what is it, chromium? as I recall. So yeah, you can't even get tier 3 refractory bricks until you've actually got steel up and producing, because I think you need limonite, aka titanium. There you go. Yeah, and you need a steel cap on your pulverizer to pulverize that stuff, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just going off what I read on the wiki. I'll call it Perry the Odd Diet. Perry the Platypus. Love it. Okay. Going strong. Steel pick and pounder. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, so Olivine actually takes a steel pick? Is that what you're saying? Wow. Or, I don't know. Let's check the map. Going in the totally wrong direction. Iron pick for Olivine. Gotcha. Is there any ores in the game that requires steel pick to actually mine? A second, I don't know where I'm headed right now. Okay, let's go this way. We're heading. God, can you imagine trying to sail the ocean without a map? You know, like in a regular wilderness survival playthrough? Oh my God, that would be so difficult. How would you even do that? How could you navigate the open ocean with no map? It's not even doable, is it? Oh, limonite is the one that needs the steel pick. Gotcha. Interesting. Well, it makes sense. Titanium, it's no slouch, is it? You'd never find your way back home, Bill Beto. That's what I'm saying. No. That would be so crazy. Because there's not like stars you can actually navigate by or anything like that. I guess if you were really, really restrictive about which direction you traveled, because there are ways of determining directionality, like the winds. As I've been told, the winds in this game only ever blow in like a certain direction. So let's say you just followed the direction of the wind. I think it's west or whatever. If you just headed in that direction and didn't deviate, obviously, you could theoretically find your way home. But, you know, the problem with that is, like, what's the point of going out and sailing in a straight line if you can't deviate, if you can't stop and, like, check out little islands and explore around and stuff? Because you're going to get yourself lost or turned around if you do that, you know? So it's like, yeah, I could probably sail in a complete straight line, but why would I want to? What the hell would be the point of that? Oh, look, there's a portal in the ocean. Haha, have fun, drifters, spawning in that. Jesus, is that mountain made of all peridot? Good Lord. I would be found after I was gone. Yeah, me too. I bet like Wheatsy, the Iceman. Okay, let's see. We're going through this, and then we hang a left down through here. Oh my God, it almost feels like coming home is taking longer than getting there. Although I don't think that's true at all, but I just can't wait to get back home. That mountain has a lighter stone on top of the Perry. Could be worth checking. Is it? Oh yeah, you're right. I just took that to be snow. Well, I do have a stack of 57 ladders. Let's get up there. Let's go check that out. It's probably granite, but you're right. It's worth checking. Think we can access it. It's going to be hard to find a good spot here. Man, E.T. the Iceman, that's a memory. I love that. I love that. They made a movie out of that. I've never watched it, but it's on Prime. But yeah, that's a really, really cool archaeological discovery. I can't see. Alright, we'll just try over here, I guess. Okay. Let's turn our butts to the wall. Back it right up. And let's go. Alright, so switch that out. Let's see here. Ever read Kon-Tiki Expedition by Thor Hadrodal. No, that's a movie too, though, isn't it? Kon-Tiki. I think I've watched the movie. I can't remember now. Oh, man. He sailed a raft from South America to the Polynesian Islands to prove it was possible. Oh, that's badass. Basically establishing that the Polynesians were able to do it centuries ago. Hey, look. What's that above us? That's olivine right there, boys. Can I? Oh, I had my pie in my hand. Whoopsie. Damn. Big old swath of it here, too. It's got a ton of instability, though. Let's keep going. Refreshing the stream. Probably a good idea. Got larch up here. All right, let's see. I think this is granite. Yeah. Is that it? Is that the... Yeah, that's the lighter stone. It's granite. But not to worry. I think that olivine deposit was worth the stop alone. Oh, look, there's some right there. Damn, this stuff is pretty... Oh, it's huge like quartz. I was going to say, this stuff is pretty prevalent, isn't it? I'm going to get some right now, buddy. We're going to grab some. Like I said, I didn't really come prepared to mine, but we will. A little bit, at least. Because this way I can at least start to make some tier 3 refractory bricks, you know. Oh, we can also... We can use this for dye, too. Can we dye stuff with this? Oh, yes, green glass. Oh, sick. Got to be careful here. Let's buttress this a little bit with some dirt. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I actually turned the ad frequency down on Twitch. I was playing around with some of the settings and stuff, and I found out that we, as creators, we have that ability. So it was set to 5 minutes for every hour, but I reduced it to 30 seconds for every hour, which is the smallest, the most minimal amount of ads. So I hope you guys have noticed that. Maybe seen fewer ads today. Green glass makes nice bottles with expanded foods. You're welcome, Crow. You're welcome, buddy. Let's do this. All right, what do we get? Stack of 19. Obviously, I want more. We'll come back for it. We'll come back for it. I'm going to mark this spot on the map here, and we'll come back. I don't want to spend all day in a hole here. We're supposed to be riding elks out on the open grassland. All right, let's see. Should I just jump? No, I'm not going to jump. All right, let's set up a little green pick. Olive ore, baby. Let's go. All right, where the hell's the ladder? Here we go. Send it, ride the wind. Hopefully I can get to start my new job soon. Well, hopefully you do, Crow. Good luck to you, my friend. I did get accepted, so fingers crossed. Good luck, my friend. Good luck. I hope you get it. You're a good guy. Or good person. All right, let's see here. We got everything? Yep, let's go. Let's get in this boat. No more wasting time. Oh, my God. Look at this. Hold on. We got to zoom in on this, people. All right, let's zoom out now. Oh, there's wolves in the background. Fully zoomed. All right, we're fully zoomed. Elk bud view. Who doesn't love that? We're almost there. Let's go. Push, push. We got to get there. Okay. Look at those big old trees up there on the mountaintops. Yeah, I'm super excited about seeing those redwood trees grow too. Let's do this. Yeah, ads are good to set low if you use Twitch and grow your YouTube. Yeah. Also, people are more satisfied to not get too many ads, but ads are needed for this to be a free for most people. That's right. 100%, Matt. And that's what I was thinking too. I was like, my Twitch is not, I'm not like making a whole bunch of money on Twitch, Obviously, YouTube is where I do better at, but for in purpose of growing Twitch, I think it is more beneficial to have shorter ads. Yeah. But, so yeah, we're thinking exactly the same there, buddy. I think his name is Elk Butt. That would be unique. I don't think there's any other vintage story players in the world who have named their mounts Elk Butt. So that would definitely be an original for sure. I've actually been to a town called Bucksnorts. Got a little memento cup from there. Is that in the U.S.? Elf Butto. Bucksnort sounds like a United States name for a town. We got some weird ones. We got some weird ones for sure. Elk Butt Rex, please. Oh, poor Rex. It's in Tennessee. I knew it. Actually, I was thinking Montana, but Tennessee, sure. And Newfoundland has lots of weird town names, too. Interesting. Okay, let's see. Oh, straight ahead, people. Yep. This is where we're trying to get to right here. This purple star. That's where we set sail from. Oh, please do tell. Yeah, that's right, Saturn. You can't just make a statement like that and not share some of the names with us. Oh, look at this. We got ourselves... Oh, it wants me to approve it. Twitch is funny. If it detects certain words, it will, flag it, and I have to, approve the chatter's message. Apparently, dildo is one of those words. You know where to go if you want to spend the night in dildo. Probably means something totally different in their country. Wait, what? Newfoundland? What is Newfoundland? What is that? Is that its own country? Or is that like a territory of another country? I don't even know. Newfoundland? Is that Nova Scotia or something? Is that Canada? I'm all over the map. I'm all over the place, buddy. Let's see here. What was this guy? Local goods. Yeah, it's like fart means speed Norwegian. I didn't know that, Matsu. That's hilarious. Oh my gosh. Joined Canada after World War II. Gotcha. I was going to say, it sounds Canadian. Yeah, that's one of those cultural shock things right there. You go over to Norway, everybody's talking about farting, and you're like, what the hell's going on with these people? But really, they're just bragging about their favorite drag racing car or whatever. Isn't that an eastern part of Canada? I think you're right. Yeah, Crow, I think you're right. It's along the eastern coast. It's not too far from the northern U.S., but so you get to a super speed bump and it's named Fart Dumpster. Oh my God. See, I know some 8-year-olds who wouldn't even be able to keep a straight face in that country. Fighter, yes, the big island off the coast. Oh, okay, it's the big island. Not one single fruit tree has been spotted. That's a bit of a shame, but that's all right. I can live. I've got an actual crap ton of fruit trees back home anyway. See here. So this was actually the original spawn point for me in this world too. If anybody out there on YouTube is interested in generating this world, it's down in the description, the seed is. And if you do spawn in this world, this is the island you'll spawn on. This was my first camp right here. But of course we made our way south of that and set up shop right here in the middle of this valley. Beautiful. I love the big old puffball trees. What are those, oak trees? Yeah, those are great. Joe Bat's Arm? Other town, that's the name of a town, Joe Bat's Arm? That's weird. It's like Joe Bat, he was a good guy, but he wasn't good enough to name a town after him in totality, so we're just going to name the town after his arm. That's it. Guy had a really great arm. Got some wolves over there. Whoops. Oh, no! Oh, Christ. Oh, no. Guys, am I going to screw this up? I accidentally clicked on the damn elk. If I dismount, is he going to sink? Oh, piss. I can't move the boat. Oh, thank God. Hold on. I thought he was going to, like, drop through the freaking boat or something, guys. Oh, my God. Whew. I thought it was going to be over. Oh, that's right. The elks can swim. I don't know. I still wouldn't want to dump them out here in the ocean. Oh, my God. We're so close. I can't mess things up right now, guys. We got to focus. I love your point of view, though. It's the best. You can ride elk in the water? Okay. I'll take your word for it. Oh, I can also summon them with the flute? But they can die, right? Like, the elks can die, if I'm not mistaken, right? Can they drown? Oh, we got the bubble. Got the bubble of clouds over us right now. Alright, let's see. Oh, we're almost home, people. We're so close, so close. Yeah, we'll have to try this flute thing. So how far does that work? Like, is there range on this? Like, if I left him at home and then traveled, to another island or something. Yeah, I probably will have to relocate his post when you're right. It's probably not the best. Just for my sense of smell, it's not really the best. I'm not sure if they can die or just get very low in health. You'll have to try. It actually says in the wiki that you can heal them with poultices, and it says something like if they get down to 6 HP and you leave them at that without healing them, they can die overnight or something like that. Again, this is just me reading from the wiki and trying to remember what I read, but as far as you know, the root flute doesn't have a range, but I haven't used it much. Okay. Oh no, it's the fog versus Bermuda, the VS Bermuda. That's right. They're going to get lost in the Bermuda Triangle. This is our island. This is it. Our home. Whoa. Check it out, Mr. Elk. Elk Butt Rex. It's a good name. Elk Butt Rex. Come on, buddy. I think the flute is like the Breath of the Wild whistling. Yeah, it's very Zelda. That was exactly what I thought of when I first read about the bone flute. I was like, oh, that's like Zelda. I think everybody probably thinks that. I guarantee when the developers were putting the flute in this game, they were probably thinking Zelda in their heads. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, we're almost there, people. I've got a special little barn made up for you already, Mr. Elk Butt. Oh, you know what? Redwood would be a great tree for your glider platforms. Yes, that is so true. Look, you can see my false tree all the way over there. See the windmill? Let's go. We're almost there. This is good. I'm going to be able to see how this barn works. See if it's really viable or what. I'm also going to probably have to extend the pier. Extend it. I'm going to need to build a pier, I think, so that we can get on and off the boat easily with our elk, maybe. We'll see how this works. All right, so let's go into first person. Oh my God, maybe not quite yet. All right, we'll pull right up here like this. Okay, first person, control, switch. Okay. Okay, so that's right. I think to dismount the animal, we right click, shift and right click. No, I'm selecting the wrong thing. There it is. Yep. Okay. Get up here. We're gonna wait. Hold on. Okay. Okay, those will stay there. Let's do. Look at him sits down so nicely. What a good little elk. All right. Sick. I just want to put it on there so it looks like he's fully kitted out and stuff. Missing firewood. It's not working. I'm looking at the wrong thing. All right, come on, elk. We're going up the stairs, buddy. Let's go. You can call your flying network the Redwood Network. I love it. Oh, crap. I don't think I'm going to be able to go through this. Oh, hello. It was phased right through the ground. Look how fast it is. Oh, right here. Turn. Doors open. We've done it. So it works in the barn. Hold on. Let's dismount real quick. Why? Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, you stay there. Look at him. Look at him. He laid down. Oh, he's coming. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Yeah. Hello. Oh, that is so cool. No way. They turn like crap, but that's okay. Oh, man, this is super fun. I'm going to need to set up like a little area where we can just run. Hold on. It's too close, too far out. There you go. That's like perfect, I think. Jump. Can we jump? Yes, we can jump too. Got to get him going a little bit though. Man, this guy's a beast. Look at this. So fast. Over. Haha. Let's go over the water. Oh, look at that jump. Ooh. Oh. Take it slow. Take it slow. I don't think there's much point in bringing him down here, but let's see what I can... Okay, can't go in there. Oh, I'm going to get him stuck here or something. Look at this guy. Where are we going? All right. There it is. So here is my little steel thing. Obviously, it's not done. At the end of tonight's episode, you'll see that I ran out of refractory bricks, so I had to get some going. We've got a whole bunch of, bunch of fire clay and stuff working, so we're going to get to that. Let me mount this guy. Yeah, making steel is the next big landmark for the series, I think. Because like I said, in addition to just, going back to the Resonance archives with the steel armor, I really want to get a steel pickaxe so that we can start moving these translocators around. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. There we go. So let's lock him up. And I realize I probably don't even need to close these doors, do I? Like, he's just going to sit there, isn't he? Oh, we're going to need a couple more, too. I know that we can't actually breed them, but we can still go buy more, so... Yeah, 100 gears, full price. I might get a backup just in case, something bad happens. Oh my gosh, guys. But, well, I didn't exactly think it would take the entire stream, but it did. We went to 2 hours and 20 minutes today here, but it was worth it, I think. We've got ourselves a beautiful elk mount now, and we've got a couple of interesting tree seats, not to mention a pumpkin. Speaking of the pumpkin, let's just take a look over here real quick before we end things out today. You love the flower in the corner? Thanks, Crow. I try and add, little touches of flowers and stuff everywhere. But, okay. Oh, here it is. I've got mature pumpkin plants. This is my only rice seed too, but now at least we have a backup, because these pumpkins are very finicky. For anybody who maybe has not grown a pumpkin before, they'll grow like this, but there's no guarantee that they'll produce fruit. So it's touch and go with these things, but I'm hoping because we put it in the terra preta, that'll give it the best opportunity possible. And obviously it's got a lot of space around it too, but yeah, there we go, guys. So, like I said, couple hours, 3 hours from now, there's going to be a new episode out. So I hope you didn't get too sick of me here during the stream today, but I really do appreciate you guys stopping by and hanging out with me and stuff. Thank you very much. And of course, we'll be streaming some more Vintage Story next weekend too, so I hope you'll tune in for that, everybody. But that's going to do it, and I will see you all on the next one.